What is up guys, Rashid here, and today I'm bringing you a new updated list of my Invoked Dogmatika list that I got first place at my locals. I went undefeated 5-0. You'll be surprised about the tech choices I decided to put in this deck, because this deck has a bad rep of being Makaba Winda pass, but I decided to do the unthinkable thing and cut Winda. Yes, we don't have any Shadow cards in this deck, and you're gonna hear me out. So let's start with our boy Alistair, 3 Alistair, and for the Dogmatika we have 3 Ecclesia, 2 Fluideries, 1 Maximus, and of course one Hashashin. And our golden boy, the White Knight of Dogmatika. This card, man, won me so many games. The factor alone that this card is another disruption is really strong, because sometimes your opponent will have an out to a Winda, but they will not expect the White Knight of Dogmatika, or they cannot play around it, or they are not familiar with it. So that factor alone gives you a huge advantage. And since this is a new list, we're going to be playing some hand traps to go along with the crossout designator. So I decided to play 3 Ash because it's a generic one. 2 Phantasme, really good hand trap against the striker matchup, against Tri Brigade, it's really good. And 2 Effect Veilers. I decided to play Effect Veiler just because it's a light target, and for the crossout because I want my Alistair to resolve. This is for the hand traps. For the spells, we play 3 Nadir Servant, self-explanatory, triple Meltdown, triple Tactical Talent. Thank God it's now affordable at $40 I think instead of $100, so you guys can get it if you can. But this card is a must. It wins you games, it helps you recover, and like it does everything. And of course, triple crossout designator. So I don't have my TCG ones, I left them to my friend, and I'm using these as a proxy for now until I get mine. $100, man. And of course, we play the 2 Invocation. For the one-offs, we play 1 Terraforming, 1 Harpies, because we hate backrow decks, and 1 Dogmalamity for the ritual. For the traps, I decided to go more trap heavy with triple Solemn Strike, and I never regretted playing these traps, and double Dragon Ice Prison and double Punishment. For the strike, it's really good going first or second, because sometimes you can get rid of your opponent's problematic monster by just striking it. Now on to the extra. With the extra, I decided to play, since they have no shadows to worry about, I have some free room. I'll play the 2 Makaba, the 2 Ogududis, or however you're gonna spell this card. Nobody expected the second copy. Actually, it won me a game because my opponent let my invocation resolve, thinking I'm gonna bring some shitty invoked monster, but he was surprised when I brought this with Meltdown on board, so he couldn't negate it or negate his effect, and I popped his monster. It's really good. And for the last one of the Invoked, 1 Purgatrio and 1 Elysium. I decided to play Elysium just as a punishment target if I need to kill a monster with 3000 or 3200 less attack, and I went to it once. It was okay, but it's just a target. You can replace it with anything you want. Of course, the Entis, you don't play Dogmatika without Entis. Should be a Dogmatika card at this point. And double Ash Dragon. I only resolved 1 going to the tournament. I never need the second one, so this could be any other card you want. It's not that necessary, but in the grind game it's good. And of course, the best card in the deck, other best card in the deck, is Omega. I abused this guy so much with Maximus and just shuffling back my entities, dumping them again, shuffling back, dumping them again. You need to play this guy, even if you don't play the Gamma package. And of course, we have 1 Herald of Arclight to dump it to get our combo. And for the links, we have 1 Almiraj, 1 Secure Gardener for the Alistair combo, and I had 1 Flex Pass, so I decided to play the Light Link 2 Charmer. For the side deck, I decided to play triple Lancia because of Tri Brigade. And since my meta is very hero heavy, I decided to play triple Lightning Storm and Regeki. Actually, Regeki came up because the hero monster just can't do anything against mass removal. And because of stun decks like Secure Guard or whatever that guy is, Inspector Border and the other. Any deck that has a problematic boss monster, just play the Kaiju package. I didn't have a third Gamma Seal. I can find one, so I just play this one. Doesn't matter. Summon limit where I'm going first against Tri Brigade or any combo decks, and of course triple draw. I usually put it in if a deck can be countered by a draw, and because of it also counters me, so it's a good target for the crossout designator. Okay, since I've been raving about the White Knight of Dogmatika, I'm gonna show you guys the combo that you go when you want to go White Knight of Dogmatika. So let's say this is my opening hand. Alright. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna normal summon the Alistair, get the invocation, you do your whole Alistair combo with the invocation, summon out Makaba. Shuffle this back, add this to your hand. Then you get an Nadir Servant by sending out the Herald of Arclight. To add, where is he? Wait, 1 second. Oh, he's a blue card. Alright. To add the White Knight of Dogmatika, this card will trigger. Then you'll be able to add Dogmalamity. Alright. So this is your hand now. Let's say you started with 2 cards. Then you're gonna activate this card, sending out Titanic Lad, because it allows you to send a level 8 monster to special summon this. Then during the end phase, Titanic Lad will trigger. You'll be able to special summon Ecclesia, and Ecclesia will add you for release. So let's say you have, by this point you should have like 3 more cards in your hand because this is a 2-card combo. And with this you have a disruption, you have Makaba, and you have your third release to negate a monster effect. I find this way stronger than just Winda Pass because this card is really strong. So just make sure that you know the ruling of this card. Your opponent need to resolve the effect first, then you can chain White Knight of Dogmatika. At first, when I started researching this card, I thought whatever your opponent activates something, I can activate my White Knight of Dogmatika, but he has to activate something, then you can activate this card. So usually, I'll send Entis. Let's say he normal summons a Tri Brigade or something. Send Entis. I'll look at his extra deck. I'll get a sense of his game plan or what cards he has. Maybe he's playing a Dragoon package. Just dump that Dragoon into the grave. So his Dragoon is dead. So the amount of information this card gives you is way more valuable than just having a Winda there. Because if you are a good player and you can anticipate, or you know how your opponent deck operates, because every deck can go multiple routes. Alright, let's say he's playing a Tri Brigade, but he has Zeus in the deck, so you will know he has some, he has some Zodiacs in his deck, so you know you're playing against a Zodiac Tri Brigade. So you can be prepared. So this is your first interruption, you gotta pop, then you can know what to negate with Makaba, and what to negate with Third Release, because you know your opponent's deck now, just from looking at his extra deck. So this is the basic combo for the deck. I usually like to... if I don't have the Nadir Servant in my hand, so let's say I did the whole Makaba thing, alright, and I have Ecclesia instead of Nadir Servant. I'll special summon the Ecclesia. And I'm going to add Maximus to my hand. And with Maximus, I'm going to banish the Secure Gardener that I have in my deck. So you know the combo. It should be banished. This should be in my graveyard. Alright, so I'm going to banish this. Special summon the Maximus, and with the Maximus I'm gonna send the Herald of the Arclight, and I'm going to send the Titanic Lad, and this will let me search either the White Knight or the Dogmalamity, so I can have something next turn, because I don't want to draw it when it comes into my turn, unless I draw the second one, which is fine. And if you open Nadir Servant, you guys just search the White Knight of Dogmatika if you want. And with Titanic Lad, you'll be able to search for release. So this will be your hand if you just start with 2 cards, which is really good. I urge you guys to try out the deck, and I really like the running trap in this deck because it gives you an edge. If your play is just making Makaba and pass, or making White Knight of Dogmatika and pass, I am able to have some form of protection, because sometimes it's just your opponent just 1 strike away from passing. So you normal summon something, or you strike it, okay, he passes, you have Makaba, you have Alistair in hand, you just swing the game in your favor. So traps are must in this deck now, because I never liked the hand trap heavy version of the deck, because if you just hand trap him twice and he still goes off, you start with 4 cards in hand and he has a full board, so what's the point? I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. If you have any question, leave them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer any questions you have, and peace.